Hi guys, good evening. Good evening, my friends. Good evening and warm welcome to the lecture. So we are starting today a new series. We are calling it as Arithmetic Last Mile. Good evening, everybody. I'm hoping that you are. I'm loud and clear, and you are able to see the screen, and you are able to view my voice. I warmly welcome you to this particular new series. As we start the new series, I gladly welcome. So maybe we are left with. Yeah. Good evening, Ashutosh. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. As others join, let me quickly introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. So, I'm Belvi Srinivas. I've been working in the test prep industry for the last 14 years, that is since 2007, and I worked in various capacities in different organizations, as you see from this side. Uh, yes, I did work both on the management side as on the also as on the training side. And there in the 14 years, the one good thing that happened is I did develop some good skills to train the students in the of QA, LR, and that's briefly about me. Yes, I'm a good counselor as well. I do counsel the students to get into. It could be test-based counseling, how to improve getting into the colleges, right kind of decision making, or the GDs and the PIs. Yeah, all that with respect to that kind of decision is what I'm talking about as the counseling part. Good evening, Ritvik. Good evening, Rajat. Join me in. Okay. If you would like to if you are seeking short discussions and some clarifications, you can join this Telegram group. Yeah, and pretty much already you got to keep the objective right, and then you ping me here. Sure, not only there are many active students, and they will also try and respond to you, or I would come back and try to respond in case already that might required. So that's how we can interface and work together. That's briefly about the background. Quickly coming to this, hey, how many of you guys have who are all there? Can you guys make some noise in the chat? Who are all out here? Ritvik is here, Rajat is here, Ashutosh is here. Okay, Priyanshu, are you there? Priyanshu Chaudhary. I think sometime back you put hi. Are you there? Okay, Ashutosh, cool. Sumit is here, Isha is here. Hey, nice to have you guys. Okay. Who else? Can I quickly? Can you guys quickly put something in the chat? Oh, Sonakshi has joined in. Chinmay is here. So nice, guys. Glad to have you guys. Vibha is here. Superb. Superb. Okay. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Fine. So, how many of you have taken the test? Hi, Rishabh. Hello. Yeah. How many of you written the mock on Sunday? That's the day before yesterday. I didn't meet you guys yesterday. Yeah, but then day before yesterday, I was saying on Saturday that Sunday you must take a test. Don't worry, what score? That's a different thing. But have you did your part in the sense you got to take a test? Did we do that? Yeah. Sonakshi has done. Sumit has done on Saturday. Why Sumit on Saturday? Any particular reason? I mean, Sunday you had some other pressing need. That's okay. That's okay. Otherwise, I was very clear that you must write on Sundays and at a specific time slot. Good. Okay, Sristi, you looks like you are going overboard. 2 mocks a day. Resting. Hmm. Okay. Okay, Rishabh. No worries, man. No worries. No worries. No worries. Good, Ashutosh. Good. Hey, nice. Yeah, nice. This is very encouraging. Very encouraging to know that you kind of like, so you are doing your part since you are attending lectures, doing some homeworks, writing the test. Yeah. Cool. All right. Super. Super. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Very nice. Very nice, guys. Good. Okay. So what we'll do as a part of this is we will go a little deeper. See, people kind of have okay, let's come back to the discussion. Super. Yeah, I am understanding. So most of you are trying to take it seriously and trying to give your best. Superb. I'm very encouraged in my spirits. Yeah, let me give a background to this particular series, and if there is something deviation required from what we are trying to do, you can put that on the WhatsApp chat. Not now, not WhatsApp chat, Telegram chat. We'll discuss that offline. So, but let me give what I thought about this particular series, right, as a part of the last mile. So, what we are trying to do, I'm kind of targeting that. Hey, we are kind of at 90 plus percentile, and what are the kind of challenges technically the students face when they are moving from 95 to 99 or 100, right? Technically, so there are certain challenging situations that we face which we need to address. So this last mile, the next couple of weeks, what we kind of do is whenever we meet, we will try and take up some of such questions and address it. So one, so arithmetic, what can happen technically if it, because today we are doing arithmetic, from the arithmetic perspective, what can happen? Either it gets lengthy, right, or it gets messy. The moment the information is more, a lot of people would have a kind of resentment to leave. Hey, don't, all it, no, don't, because by now, since you've been reading or you are preparing for RCs, etc., first understand statistically, your reading speed would be somewhere about 200 to 300 words per minute, right? Somewhere between this. Okay, you may say that you can challenge me that, no, sir, I read at 450 words per minute. Yeah, so be it. Assuming that, okay, when I'm reading a quant question, wherein I need to comprehend, put the data in perspective, all of that when I'm trying to do in one good read. So I may be based on various, most of you, right? So I'm saying that, okay, our average, if I take an average of all 15 of you in this particular lecture, I will figure out an average between not towards 200, surely little towards 300 words per minute. Considering that, even if you look at a long, if I look at a long question in QA, the reading time will be less than a minute. Trust me, it is going to be less than 1 minute. Honestly, it will be less than 1 minute. Therefore, I don't understand why people think some quant questions are lengthy. I don't really understand, because each sentence is technically about 15 words. And if you look at 15 words, a long quant question might have 4 or 5 sentences. Let's assume four or five sentences. 5 into 15, so it's just about 75 to 80 words. Now for 75 to 80 words, it definitely takes less than 1 minute, even if my average is tending towards 200 words per minute. So people don't do this time study and they look at the time speed distance, or some questions which appear lengthy on the face of it, they leave it. Hey, it takes about 30 seconds to read the question. Why we are becoming impatient, right? So when we are trying to get higher scores, the patience is required. I cannot look at some numbers question kind of, it has only 3 words and one number, 28 raised to power something divided by this, what is the remainder? Come on, that such questions are also there where there is hardly anything to read. At the same time, there are some lengthy questions as well. So today we'll try and examine either the question is little messy, not everything. So there are some encouraging questions also in between, but we will also try and expose ourselves to some of the longer questions. Now, two ways to do it. So let me project one of the questions to just give an understanding. One, you, how much of reflection time is required, because I cannot really wait for you to finish. Please understand two things. If I give 3 minutes per question, 4 minutes per question kind of, I don't know what to do for those 3 minutes. Think from my plight as well, right? So that's number one. Second one is, should I just give a reflection time where you take about a minute to read and just kind of make a framework, and then we will do it. That's approach one. Approach one is what? A minute of reading time and the process. Then we will do this together. Second method is 2 minutes. I will give about 2 minutes, where in 2 minutes you may not be able to close it in 2 minutes. Yeah, some of you may be able to close it, but some of you may not be able to close it. But okay, rest of it we will do it together. Approach 3, which I am not in favor, but if you, most of you are in favor, I am okay with it. For your sake, I will do it. Approach 3 is take an average of 3 minutes per question. Okay, now you must be clear about approach 1, approach 2, approach 3. What is approach 1? Just 1 minute. So wherein you read, you try and comprehend, but we will work it out together, which means I work it out alongside me. If you are also working on the other side, you can work it out together. That's approach 1. So approach 2 is 2 minutes of an average time, where you may not be really able to close the question. Some of you may be able to close it. That's good. Not able to close it. Most of you may not be able to close it. So be it. There is not an issue. Approach 3 is, I will give 3 minutes. Approach 3, I am not in favor, but most of you think that, sir, let's go with approach 3. I am fine with it. Now quickly put it in the chat whether you want to go with approach 1, A1 or A2 or A3. I will go by a little bit of majority. I cannot take a poll here. You can just put it A1, A2, A3. Just go by that. Yeah, 2 minutes, whatever. Just put it as A1, A2, A3 kind of. Yeah, and we will go by whatever the majority turns out to be. Yeah, and don't write it 2-3 times. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. All right. Yeah, one person put only once. Okay. Yeah, so you can also see that it's a public chat, right? It's a public chat. We all can see. So most of you, all at be it Rushi, Sahil, Palak, or even on the top, all at Risha, most of you, right? So most of you, Sristi, most of you said that A2 works for us, right? A2 works for us. Fair enough, so be it. All right, now since you are all comfortable, we can change it. There is no hard and fast rule. At some stage, you will turn back and say that, sir, we will try approach 3 minutes. Approach 3 minutes. We will turn it. No big deal about it. That's not a big deal. Okay. So if you turn it and in between, you say that, no, sir, now let's reason, go back to approach 1. We will take that decision. It's only a starting. How should we start? Because it's a course. It is not just today. So maybe tomorrow, day after, whenever we are doing, this is the kind of averaging that we are taking. We want to change it, we will change it, but most of such discussion, we will take it offline. Let's not flood this and make it a discussion forum. For today, let's go with that, right? Let's go with that. Okay, Rishabh, you are saying that what is the ideal time for actual CAT questions, like average of them? See, Rishabh, there are 3 types of questions we get in CAT, right? 3 types. Some of the questions will take about a minute. Some of them would take about a minute, 2 minutes. Some of them would take more than 2 minutes. That's how the average works out, Rishabh. There is no, because some questions are sitters, right? Sitters don't require a minute. They may require less than a minute or around a minute, right? So some questions require about 2 minutes. Some questions require about 2.5 minutes as well, 2.5, 3 minutes as well. The balance is what we look at. Clear, Rishabh? There is nothing like per question kind of. Oh, I cannot say that. So now the questions that I am doing is tending more towards 2-minute kind of, right? 2 and above. Cool? Yeah, so therefore our balance in the exam is different. Average time in the exam is going to be different, but the questions that we are considering, most of the questions, not all of the questions we are considering today, tends between around 2 minutes kind of, right? It can be 130 seconds, 140 seconds, 110 seconds, all that. Okay, are we good to start? Are we all kept our pen and book ready, guys? Are we good to start? Yeah, it's okay. Now we settle down. Let's settle down. The planning is fine. So let's not do the class itself as a planning class. Yeah, done. Planning is clear. So have you set with your, have you ready with your books and pens? Yeah, cool. All right, let's get started. Yeah, here comes one of such questions. Let's try this very popular question. All are CAT replica questions. I've changed a little bit so that it helps in our learning. Yeah, here we start. All are CAT replica questions. Okay, all right, let's do it together. I know you might require a little more time, and especially the cold start problem, both put together. 2 minutes is not enough. Okay, let me put this case to the perspective. Let us put this to the perspective. Listen, guys, everybody listen so that I don't have to unnecessarily repeat any part of the discussion here. So let us do this journey reverse. Let's put it other way around. Let us put this journey the other way around. Let's say, okay, there is a AB. Let's put this journey other way around, in the sense, hey, he has seen something like this. Now I'm saying that, okay, basically 3 milestones. There is an AB, the other milestone is going to be BA, the other milestone is going to be AO. This is what comes into the picture. One of them is AB, the other one is BA, the other one is going to be AOB. So if you see that, he actually traveled like this. First he saw AO, then he saw BA, then he saw AB. Technically what happened is 7 a.m. he has seen this, 8 a.m. he would see this, 9 a.m. he would see this, because the numbers are going in the decreasing order. Numbers are naturally, because from 3-digit number it became a 2-digit number, because the journey is given, he is going in one direction only, therefore the milestones appear like that. So first he saw a 3-digit number, then it would be a better 2-digit number, then it would be a smaller 2-digit number. Let me reverse the scenario. Basically he has seen 3 milestones. Let not worry about this time. There is a distance between these 2 milestones called as D, and there is a same distance between the same milestones called as D. It will be the same, exactly same distance. In the sense, I'm trying to say that, hey, these 3 numbers are in AP. What is A? A is the digit of a number. All right, B is another digit of a number. Technically, A is less than B, because as you go from this in this direction, AB would be lesser than BA, which in turn will be lesser than AOB. After reading this, this is the first thing that should appear in our mind. Hey, is it making sense? So far it is good. Did it make sense? Is this clear, or you didn't understand this AB, BA, AOB itself? All that is incidental after reading this particular story. So I can show from where I got those A, B, B, A, all that stuff. AB is not there, but this is how you are seeing the milestone. A is a digit, B is a digit. Assume had this fellow has moved in this particular direction, he would have seen AB first, and then he would have seen BA first, where naturally B is better than A, and then he would have seen AOB. There is no choice in the matter. You may say that, sir, can it be BOA as well? It will be too big, my friends. It will be too big. That is going to be too big. Hey, hi Madhavan. Yeah, so that's going to be too big. All right, if you think that BOA can be that number, I am sure, all right, that's going to be too big. And I am somewhere, all right, now, so we are kind of know that the value of A has to be 1. The value of A has to be 1. So that also comes in your mind. See, these reflections are better. You may think that, how on earth you know that the value of A has to be 1? Yeah, come on. It is ultimately, it's going to be a difference between these 2 numbers. All it cannot be more than 90. This is 90. So therefore, from 2-digit number, when you go to a 3-digit number, this can't be in 200s, man. This cannot be in 200s. All right, that also, because look at this. What is the smallest 2-digit number you can write? 10. What is the best 2-digit number that you can write? It's 99. Technically, what is the best gap you can have between 2 2-digit numbers? 89. That is the best gap that you can have between the 2 numbers. 89. Yeah, ABO is also possible. Mehul, that's right. I agree. All right, ABO may also be possible. We'll come to that right now. So this, and then finally you kind of say that, hey, between these 2 particular numbers, I am also looking at similar kind of gaps. But we also already know that the gap between these 2 numbers can be written as 9 times of B minus A. 9 times of B minus A. What did I do? I did this. Hey, BA minus AB. Hey, why BA minus AB? Because BA is the larger number when compared with this. Therefore, quickly I can write this as 9 times of B minus A. How 9 times of B minus A? I know that BA can be written as 10A plus B, all that stuff, minus 10 times of A plus B, all that drama I will do, which you kind of know very clearly. So therefore, you say that, hey, this is going to be 9 times of A minus B, B minus A. Okay, are you clear till 9 times of B minus A when I took the difference between these 2 numbers? Clear? Till there it is clear. It's going to be 9 times of B minus A. Perfect. Till there it's perfect. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. All right. Yeah. That's right. Okay, now follow on, fine. All right, let's move further. Now, when I come to the difference between these 2 numbers, either I'm supposed to be doing AOB. Okay, Mehul has brought another perspective. Second case that has to be tried is ABO can also be possible. Fair enough. All right, let's keep that. Mehul is saying that ABO is also possible. Why AOB? Fair enough. Let us take AOB and then let us take the ABO, because some of the digits is same either this way or that way. Okay, one of the things that we are keeping in mind is what? And the value of A is going to be 1 for sure in this particular case. Let's keep that in mind. And let's quickly work it out. What I'm doing here is I'm taking the first case, AOB minus BA. I'm taking this particular case. When I reduce it, this is 100A. From 100A, when you are reducing 1A, it becomes 99A. This is 1B and this is 10B, therefore 9B. So from here you are trying to say that this is going to be 9 times of 11A minus B. 11a minus b, and both gaps has to be equal, because the gap between these two numbers has to be same as the gap between the first two numbers. They need to be equal, and hence you are trying to say that 9 times of b minus a is also equal to, here I'm just bringing this down, 9 times of b minus a is also equal to this, because the gaps has to be equal, because 1 hour he can travel the same distance, and hence you are equating them. From here you say that, hey, 12 times of a is also equal to 2 times of b, 9 cancelled, and hence you say that a by b is nothing but 1 divided by 6. I don't have a choice, therefore 16 is the number, because AB is my number, therefore my milestone is going to be 16, the next milestone is going to be 61, the next milestone according to this is going to be 1, not 6. So gap is going to be 45 in each of these particular cases, 45, 45, 45, that is one case. Alright, since Mehul brought another perspective, you get that particular doubt also. What if it is ABO, right? What if it is going to be ABO? ABO minus BA is what you kind of look at, and then you say that this is going to be 100 times of A plus 10 times of B minus, you are doing BA here, you are writing this 10 times of B minus A. 10 times of b minus a. Okay, so 10b cancel, which is also you are saying that 99 times of a. 9 times of b minus a is also equal to 99 times of a. You may wonder from where you got this 9 times of b minus a. From here. Okay, you simplify this, 9 one time, 9 11 times, and then you are trying to say that 12 times of a is also equal to b, therefore a by b is equal to 1 by 12, and hence b cannot take the value called as 12 because b is a digit of a number, and hence you got your answer. Fair enough, it will take little time, therefore I said that this question will take little time, and this question had answer options. Today I removed all answer options because in today's scenario they can give, so generally such difficult questions always come with answer options. Just to aid our learning better, I removed answer options, because with answer options we may tend to get little more efficient, no doubt about it, but at the same time let's get the concept also right. Hey, what is the concept I was talking about? The difference between a 2-digit number and the number formed by reversing a digit is 9 times the difference between the digits, something like that. So all these elements quickly coming into the mind. Also another element coming into the mind is what? The value of a should be 1, the value of a must be 1, there is no choice in the matter. As long as I'm able to reflect on these particular thoughts, it makes sense, somewhere I can arrive at the answers little faster. Understood, guys? Understood? This is clear? Everybody clear? Should I have to repeat any part? Let me know. Yeah, I know most of you are smart, you don't want me to repeat anything. Just in case, alright, I got to repeat any part here, so let me know. Mehul, are you clear, my friend? You brought another perspective. Good, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. You might have checked that as well, but that doesn't work here. That fails. Okay. What is your answer, Rajat? 45 is correct, no? I think you gave 45. I didn't see your answer, Rajat. While I was speaking, I think I didn't look at what you typed. What's your answer? Answer is 45. There is only unique answer to this. Anything other than 45 is wrong, Rajat. Anything other than 45 would be wrong. Yeah. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. 27, 72, 117. Is the gap same? Look at the gap. 27, 72, 117. Because he's traveling with the uniform speed, the gap has to be same. Number one. Number two, the digits are same. Why you changed it to 117, Rajat? Why didn't you read the question carefully? Look at that, my friend. The digits are same. The digits used are same. Look at this. Look at the first statement itself. He arrived at a milestone that showed a 3-digit number. Fair enough. Now, he arrived at the second milestone that showed the 2-digit number, and both the digits were also there in the number that he saw in the first milestone. So now you are saying that in the first milestone he found 117. In the second milestone he finds 72. Where is 2? Where is 2 here? Why you are going against it? Huh? Okay, cool. Yeah, you got to read little carefully. Okay, little carefully. Therefore, I reduced the reading speed. I reduced the reading speed to around an average of 200 to that. The very reason I reduced the reading speed is quant we generally read little slower than expected, so that our comprehension, we don't lose out on the information. Yeah. Otherwise, if it is a novel or some light book or RCs, the momentum is there. Momentum is there. Here, we condense that momentum because we want to be extra careful. One mistake might cost us heavy because it's more binary. Maths is more binary, this or that. One mistake here and there. Yeah, cool. All right, let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next one on this note. Let's move to the next one. See, all our CAT replica questions, I removed answer options intentionally. You like it or not, I removed it. Most of us like with the answer options, but sorry, I removed it. And these are the questions that will take you somewhere between 95 to 100 when you are moving between that. Yeah, only for that. From that perspective we are discussing. That's the last mile we are discussing. All right. So let's take this question. 2 minutes of reflection time. Yeah, okay. I know we may need little extra time. I am aware. It is not that I am not aware. I'm being little unfair on this note. But yes, because we have to already cover some depth and breadth. So let's do this together. Okay, here, because initially it takes some time to arrive at what is this pattern or what is the question, the comprehension part of it. Let's take a look at this. The man brought something, 6 people. Now, what is he saying? Hey, the sum of the chocolates which he gave to his sons, his 6 sons, is a perfect square. Total sum. The word is sum of all the chocolates, which means whatever he got for the first son, he gave it to the second son, he gave it to the third son, like this up to 6 son. This is k square. Sum of the chocolates he gave it to all these folks together is a perfect square, and hence he is saying that, hey, what is the minimum number of chocolates that he would have given to the eldest son? Minimum to his eldest son. What is the minimum value of S1? That is this particular question stem. What is important out here? Let's try and understand this, because a lot of people, the knowledge part, now I'm talking the knowledge part, because this knowledge part helps in easier questions. If it is a level 1 question built on this concept, CAT has asked level 1 also. This is a level 2 question on that concept. Level 1 will be a cakewalk, right? If anybody understands that, level 1 is going to be a cakewalk, because there is going to be a pattern out here. Yeah, listen, let's try this. What is happening? Let's try this. Are you guys giving me the value of x? You guys are giving in some thousands. Yeah, you guys are giving in some thousands. What is this thousands? I don't know. Yeah, because as much as I remember, the answer is in hundreds. Nevertheless, let's try and do this particular question. Let's see. A son 1, what happens? He started with x chocolates. Listen, guys, everybody listen. Stop typing here, this and that. Listen to me quickly. He started with x. What did he give it to the first son? The son 1. All right, now the son. To any son. So what he is giving. So what he starts with and approaches with, what he gives, and then what he is left. I will do just for 1 or 2 lines so that everybody is everybody is comfortable with the thought. So let's say when he approach son 1, he had totally x chocolates and he gave x by 2 plus half, right? X by 2 plus half. So therefore he is now left with x by 2 minus half. This is what he is left with. Naturally, x was there. First he divided them into x by 2 and x by 2. He added half on this side. Naturally, half gets subtracted on the other side. Simple proposition. Great. Okay, now what he has given, let me consolidate to this and write. This technically is x plus 1 by 2. I just consolidated the thought. Okay, this is nothing but x minus 1 by 2. This is what he is left with. Then he approaches his second son. So he is now left with x minus 1 by 2. X minus 1 by 2. He gives half of this, half of x minus 1 by 2 and half more. Therefore, technically, he started with x minus 1 by 2. When he first decided to make it two equal groups, it becomes half of x minus 1 by 2 and half of x minus 1 by 2. And he gives half more here. Already he is giving half more here. Therefore, it would naturally become half less here. Let me consolidate this. If I consolidate this, this would become x plus 1 by 4. Take LCM. LCM is 2 into 2, 4. Take that LCM, work on this. It will become x plus 1 by 4. It has technically become x plus 1 by 4. Okay, what about on the other side? On the other side, on the other side, try to do the same LCM there. Take 4 as the LCM. Take 4 as the LCM. All right, then you would say that, hey, this is x minus x minus 3 by 4. You are left with x minus 3 by 4. Are you all with me so far? Is this making sense? So far it is clear. Yeah, clear. Got it. Avyav, no, read the language, read the question carefully. To his eldest son, he gave half more than half the number of chocolates he had. What does it mean? X by 2 plus x, right? I have to understand the language. It's a cat question. I have to understand the way it has been presented to us. Half more than, right? Not half of whatever was left once again, kind of. Right? Okay, cool. So now that we understood, now listen to me. Therefore, this again, I can write this as x plus 1 by 4. X plus 1 by 4. Yeah, I wanted you to understand this in this particular question. What was important was there is a son 1, there is a son 2, there is a son 3. Son 1 gets x plus 1 by 2. Son 2 gets x plus 1 by 2 square, which is nothing but 4. The son 3 is getting x plus 1 by 2 cube, which would technically become 8. What I want you to understand is, man, the number of chocolates that they get are in GP. It always becomes a GP. A lot of people forget this premise that, hey, what they get are technically in GP in certain scenarios. I'm not saying that in every single scenario. You would have done level 1 questions. Please go back on this and try and do the level 1 questions which appeared in CAT maybe couple of times, 3-4 times level 1 also has come, about 2 times these kind of level 2 also has come. The word GP is something all right what people take off their mind. Those figures are going to be kind of in GP or GP minus 1, GP plus 1, but it is always a function of little bit of GP. So okay, so I didn't do the third one, so much of clarity could have come if I've just shown it for the third son as well. I didn't show it for the third son out here, but it technically becomes a GP. The word, all right, very premise I wanted you to remind you in this particular question is, don't forget this GP. Sometimes it will be, sometimes there would be in GP or GP plus or minus 1 kind of, a GP kind of, in the sense, say, you may say that this particular number is n, the next number is n square minus 1, the next number is n cube minus 1, something like that, somewhere closer to. But remember, there is always a function of GP which holds there. More often than not, it would be a function of GP. Okay, so shall we understand that? Okay, fine, we will get this GP because 3 terms you should get to understand it's in GP. So far it is fine. You kind of understood. I just took this reference. I didn't write the third one. With your permission, can we understand that, okay, sir, we would have done the third son also to realize it is in GP, because with 2 numbers, you couldn't have realized it. You wouldn't have realized it. Yeah. No, Sahil, the first son does not get 3x by 4. The first son does not get 3x by 4. He gave half more than half the number of chocolates he had. Half more than half the number of chocolates means this is the equation. Translate that statement to equation. Half more than half the number of chocolates. Half the number of chocolates means x by 2. Half more means you should write half only. Why do you write something else? Half more than, more means plus, half more than half the number of chocolates. Why it becomes 3 by 4? Why it will become 3 by 4 times of x? Nowhere it will become 3 by 4 times of x. Sahil, clear? I think one of you had the similar doubts before. Is this clear? Translate this underlined language into an equation. Half more than means you are supposed to be writing half first. Half more means you have to add that half to what? All right, to half the number of chocolates. Is nothing but this. Simple. I don't know. I feel that it's that simple. Just convert that statement into an equation. Clear, Sahil? Yeah. So now don't try to make it all right now. So half of some 3 by 4. There is no 3 by 4 here. I think it's clear there, right? Okay, cool. Yeah. Like this went on up to the 6th son. Went on up to the 6th son. So naturally you say that, hey, this is 2 power 1, this is 2 power 2, right? 2 power 2, this is 2 power 3. So naturally when it goes to the 6th son, it will be x plus 1 divided by 2 raised to power 6. Okay, now now add these numbers. Say why I should add, because sum of the chocolates received by all these folks is a perfect square. Perfect square means something like k square. All these folks have received something called as a k square. Take the LCM. LCM is nothing but 2 raised to power 6. Right, LCM is nothing but 2 raised to power 6. Okay, so x plus 1 is common in the numerator. X plus 1 is going to be common. I'm writing for the first son. All right, you would have 2 raised to power 5. Second son 2 power 4, like this, up to 2 power 0. All right, 2 power 0, which will be equal to k square. I didn't do anything. I just simplified this bracket. I didn't do anything. I simply simplified this particular bracket. It shouldn't take much time with the experience that we have so far closer to the cat. This is all it kind of looks like. Therefore, you would say that, hey, this is x plus 1 and this becomes 63. This is 64, should be equal to k square. In other words, I can rewrite this. I can call this as x plus 1 times of 63 is also equal to 64 times of k square. I didn't do anything. I just rewrote this. Okay, give a quick intro, because from here life is simple. So far it is clear, because this is the master equation. Two things. One is GP, and then bring it down to this particular stage and the game is over. Give a quick confirmation. Done, because my part is done with this. Once I educated you that, man, it is a GP and this is what you get, my game is over. I'm done. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. Now look at this. Since I am asking the minima, since I am find the minimum number of chocolates that he gave it to eldest son, keep this minimum. Keep this minimum, because the total you keep it minimum. Unless you keep the total minimum, how the distribution gets minimum number of chocolates that he gave it to his eldest son, right? See, you have to keep where that minimum maxima is coming, because there are two variables, man. There is x also, there is k also. There are two variables in this particular question. Since there are two variables, I cannot tell exactly what this man has done, right? What this particular man has done. I can only speak about the maxima and the minimum, right? We will come to it, Karthik. Something will be left, my friend. We will come to it. Of course, something will be left, right? Something will be left. That we will come to it. If you are not clear, we will come to it. We'll come to it. We'll come back to that. Okay, cool. So how do I write this? Therefore, the 63 is nothing but 7 times of 3 square, that is 9. It's already a perfect square. On the other side, I have 8 square times of k square, which is going to be x plus 1 on this particular side. Fair enough. All right. So let's take a look at this. Now, this is a perfect square. I don't have to worry, because this k square will absorb it. Now, there is an 8 square. This 7 is not a function of 8 square. This 3 square is not a function of 8 square. I need to ensure that, therefore, this x plus 1 will be, because this 3 square can be absorbed by this k square. This 7 also will be absorbed by k square, but 1 7 cannot be absorbed by, say, k square, and hence I need to introduce another 7. I need to introduce another 7 into this. I need to introduce another 7. Okay, I need to introduce another 7 with this k plus 1, because there I need a pair for this particular 7, and I need a pair for this 8 square. It should be divisible by 8 square. Therefore, the minimum value of x plus 1, the minimum value of x plus 1 is 8 square times of 7. This is the minimum value I can give. You may say that, what other values you would give, sir, if this is the minimum? Why not? All right, along with this, along for this x plus 1, write another 10 square. Put another 10 square there. Is it going to be a perfect square? Yeah, this 10 square will be absorbed by this k square. You can write multiple values. You can write multiple values. If I were to keep it minima, I think that, hey, this 8 square should divide this particular 8 square. Therefore, x plus 1 should have a function of 8 square. And also this 7 needs a coupling. Therefore, another 7 square. What is that I'm trying to say is this. Now, in place of x plus 1, write 8 square into 7 and copy this down as it is. What I need to copy down as it is, this 7 into 3 square copy it down as it is. I can now match this with the right hand side, which is 8 square times of k square. If you ask me what is k square here, the k square is nothing but 3 square into 7 square. If you ask me what is k square, it is 3 square into 7 square. That is the meaning of the k square. Nevertheless, I am clear here, x plus 1. Therefore, x plus 1 is equal to 8 square times of 7. Simplify this, 64 into 7. All right, that's 28, and then you have 42, 448. That is the value of x plus 1. Therefore, x is equal to 447. The value of x is nothing but 447. Fair enough. So if it is the value of x is 447, what does the first son get out of this 447? 447 divided by 2. All right, he gets half and half more. Nothing but 448 divided by 2, which becomes 224. This is what the son number 1 gets. All right, half of 447 by 2 plus half more. Maybe, all right, one of you had that particular doubt. Please add up all these particular number. I think all these numbers added together will not be equal to 447. It would be shorter. Author would have designed it like this. I don't have to worry too much about it. Comfortable? Comfortable? Everybody comfortable? You may check that. There is no problem. You may check that. You may check that. You may check that point. You may check that. There is no issue on it. Yep. Cool. Avyav, yes, if you knew it is in GP, you will attempt. If you knew that this is in GP, you will attempt. If you have a knowledge, you will attempt. Otherwise, you will not attempt. Simple. Right? I give a cubic equation or some equation in algebra. Will I attempt or not? A functions question comes. Will I attempt or not? If I am already knowledgeable about something, I will attempt. This is what happens. Solid. Now, those who are moving from 95 to 100, some of this kind of understanding they will have. That is what I am trying to bring forth. That is what I am trying to bring forth. You will not sit there and make a research to realize that they are in GP. You kind of know that in these questions it's in GP. Where will you learn that? From your basic lectures itself. In the basic lecture, the cat has already asked these kind of questions 3-4 times. Not this, one level reduced on this particular lecture. Because what was that reduction? The reduction is the sum of all the chocolates is a perfect square will not come. It becomes level 1. The sum of this is not a perfect square, it will become a level 1. So remove this particular statement, ask rest of the questions, becomes a level 1 question. Becomes a level 1 question. Simple. Because the last fellow will get 1 and work backward from there. Cool. That you would have known already. I don't have to tell that. That you would have known by now. That you would have known by now. If I just delete this statement, it becomes a level 1 question. Yep. Guys, anybody agree with me? Yes or no? No, sir. What is this question you are talking? Is that the reaction? Remove this. It becomes a level 1 question. Simple. Remove this part. It is a level 1. Yep. Okay, let's move further. Let me lighten your mood a little bit, guys. I think some of you have become very serious. Let me lighten it. Okay, take this two-liner. Take this two-liner. Chalo, enjoy this. Take this two-liner, because I kept some questions like this to lighten your mood also. Otherwise, sometimes we may tend to be very sober. I don't want very sober. Yeah. Go ahead. Everybody, answer this. 2 minutes is a good time. Answer this. Feel nice about it. Then we will go further. Attempt. Everybody give a serious attempt. Two-liner. You love that, right? 1 or 2 lines we all love. And it's on ages. Okay, I will wait for another 20 seconds because some of you, I'm sure, will be maybe about to close it. I will wait. Wait for 20 seconds. I will count for myself. Yeah. Yeah. All right, pretty much the time I will do this. Watch it. So where you are going wrong? Three parameters are coming. Yeah, what are the three parameters? There are two folks, X and Y. Listen, guys, everybody listen. Everybody listen. So three parameters with respect to the ages. Yeah, three parameters. What is this? Hey, I may be talking about the past, or I will be talking about the present, and I may be talking about the future. These are the three parameters. Level 1 question, what happens? Only two of the three parameters exist in such questions, right? Now here all three parameters exist. That is what it becomes another kind of bit of critical question. Fair enough. Let's understand this. Xavier is making a comment. I am means present tense. I am 4 times as old as you were. You were means past tense. Fair enough. So because it's a 4 times, I will say that, hey, Yashwant was X. Xavier is going to be 4x. I finished only the first part. I am means present, as old as you were when. Already you were, only till here I read. I am 4 times as old as you were. I said that, hey, let me make an assumption. Where means past tense, past. I went to the past. I said that let the H1 be X years. Therefore, he is trying to claim that my present age, therefore, is going to be 4X years. Pretty simple. Fair enough. At the same point in time, when means what? When is referring to at this point in time. Okay, at this point in time, what else was happening? I was at this point in time. I'm putting a question mark there. Let me change the ink also. I'm putting a question mark there. At this point in time, okay, what's happening at this point in time? At this point in time, I was 1/3 of what your age will be 2 years from now. Oh, 1/3. I said that in the future, his age is going to be 3y. You may wonder, sir, why 3y? I have no problem. If you write y here, then you are supposed to be writing here as y by 3. And some people may say that no sir, his age is going to be y here it is going to be y plus 2, and here it is going to be 1/3 of y plus 2. All I'm okay. Which way you write? I generally go with the smart assumptions. What do you mean by smart assumption? As much if I'm very alert, I generally pay some attention to smart assumption. Smart assumption means avoid fractions here as much as possible. Avoid fractions, calculations becomes fast. Since these two cells are connected, which are the two cells connected? This cell is connected with this particular cell. Okay, so since these are the two cells which are connected, and I am supposed to be making an assumption here, let me make a smart assumption and let me call this as, hey, this is 3y. I will call this as a 3y. If this is a 3y, I am supposed to be writing 1/3 of 3y, which technically becomes y. Hey, what these smart assumptions etc. does? They build momentum. That's it. They build some speed and momentum. So otherwise also there is no problem. It would have taken 5 seconds extra or 10 seconds extra. That's it. That's it. Otherwise it's not going to change your answer or anything. So because there is a reference to future will be, I said that, hey, let me go 2 years into the future and call that fellow's age as 3y, and from here let me come back and put it to the when I was, put it that in the past, hey, this guy was y. Fair enough. Okay, so therefore knowing this, what do I write here? In that case, what I am supposed to be writing here, this is 3y minus 2, because coming back by 2 years, this particular age is going to be 3y minus 2. What's one information given to me? One information given to me is sum of these two ages, that is 4x, that is the present age of one folk, and 3y minus 2, the present age of the other fellow, put together is 46 years. This is what he's trying to say. In other words, 4x plus 3y is also equal to 48. This is one piece of information which is presented to me. The sum of their ages is means what? Present tense. Is 46 years. Therefore, I'm putting in the present tense is 4x and 3y. Put them together, it becomes 48. Good. So this case is done. And what else I know? I know that the difference between their ages is constant, or the cross addition is constant. Sum of these two would be same as sum of these two. In any age related problem, cross addition is constant. That is, difference is constant. Difference is a negative, but you want to make it positive, add them crosswise. That is 4x plus x becomes 5x. So what I'm adding here, 4x plus x, I'm adding them, my friends. I'm adding this through this particular green line. Added this, 4x plus x becomes 5x. 5x is also equal to, now I'm adding through this particular line, which would become 4y plus 2. I get my second equation, that is 5x minus 4y is also equal to, sorry, minus 2, right? Yeah, 4y minus 2. Well, 5x minus 4y is equal to minus 2. I added these two. Now I will solve both of them. I will solve both of them to get my answer. Okay, solving linear equation is not my worry. My worry is, hey, making certain smart assumption will push you with the momentum and the speed. Why this particular question was at the level 2, at a better level, which most of them will not do, because all three parameters get squeezed in. What we call it as a level 1 only when 2 of the 3 parameters squeezed in. This is what you could have definitely done. 2 of the 3 parameters we all would have done, and what I'm discussing in this lecture is how 3 parameters work together, making certain smart assumptions, how they give us the mileage, so that I would have expected that you would have kind of closed it in 2 or 2.5 minutes. Okay, we can solve this and we can get the value of x, because Xavier's present age is, find the age of Xavier. Xavier's present is 4x. Once you get the value of x, multiply this by 4 times, which becomes your answer. 4 times of x becomes your answer. We can solve this. Hey, one of you can quickly solve this, but meanwhile others say that it's clear, my explanation is clear. My explanation is clear. Any part you want me to explain again, or is this clear? Quick. Solving is not a big deal. Explanation clear? Yep. Ashutosh, Shumit, Chinmay, only 3. Others are still wondering which part you want me to explain again. Let me know. If something needs to be explained, let me know which part. Otherwise, just say that it's clear. Okay, Sahil. All right. No worries. No worries. At least you have seen. Yeah, cool. Viba is clear. Tripunja is clear. Ritvik, good. Good. At least most of you are responding. I'm hoping that others are also fine. Guys, first give me a confirmation that are you really sitting with the book and pen? Because I was expecting that this question at least somebody will answer. Leave it. Answering you, leave it. Are you really sitting with the book and pen? If not, don't say. Don't say no. If you are sitting, how many of you are sitting? Let me know quickly. Come to the live and type that. If you are, come to the live part of the lecture and quickly do that. If you are not sitting with the book and pen, leave the class. It doesn't make sense. As a trainer, as your mentor, it will not make sense. Think from my perspective. Think from my perspective also, sometimes not just from your perspective. Yeah. Solving, not getting, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Not solving, simply watching on the screen does not help. Does not help. At least I will not be happy as a mentor. I won't be happy at all, because that's not the right attitude of learning at all. Yeah. Okay, cool. If you are sitting, I'm happy. Yeah, this at least 10, 15 of you said I'm happy about it. Yeah, cool. Because I got a doubt. That's it. So let me clarify my doubts. Okay. Now, what is the value of x? Anybody got this? Or you are saying that you didn't allow us to solve only? How do I get it? What's the value of 4x? Answer. You can tell me 4x. Whatever the value x you get, please multiply it by 4 and let me know the answer. Yeah, Pluto is typing 24. I'm hoping that is the answer, which means 6 into 4. All right. 24. Cool. All right. Done. Taken. 4x. All right. Don't give x as the age. Please give 4x as the age. Don't get carried away by x. Give 4x as the age, which becomes 24. Fair enough. Let's move further. Hey, am I helping someone? Are we learning? Are we enjoying it? I don't know how depth this you are thinking, or we are helping. Am I helping someone? Making sense? Because it's a series. I'm not talking only about today. This is how it has to be into the future for the next couple of weeks, right? Krishna, cross addition. Help me to understand cross addition. Simple, yeah. So here are two characters, x and y. Listen, Krishna, for you quickly, right? So when x was 20 years, let's say that when, all right, now let's say that some particular year, all right, in a particular year 1, some number, okay? In that particular year, when you inquired x age, this guy was 20 and y was something like, say, 17. This guy was 17, all right. Now after 5 years, I went after 5 years from here, say called another year 2, and that particular year, naturally this guy would be 25, and let me take a nice number if you want, or let me call 5 years younger, and this guy is going to be 20. This is how these guys are, both will mature by 5 years. Now what I meant is the difference is constant. Look at the difference between them. Okay, you want me to take a better number, say make him much younger, no worries. So after 5 years, these are their ages. After 5 years, these are going to be their ages. Now look at the difference. What is the difference between their ages? 10 years. What is the difference here? At any point in time, the difference is constant. This is the crux of ages. If you ask me one single fundamental in ages, it's a difference. Difference is constant. Difference between the ages of any two individuals is constant. All right, that is all it is about, right? It is going to be constant. If it is difference is constant, difference means subtract. I don't like to subtract. If you don't like to subtract, then add. Add is the solution, but don't add in the same straight line. Add it crosswise. Add it. What is 25 plus 10? 35. Okay. Let me add it the other way around also. Hey, I will add these two. What does it become? That also becomes 35. Point is, addition is faster than subtraction. That's it. All right, that is it, Mr. Krishna. That's it. So therefore, whatever comes, we will try and put certain things in our basket, so that we tend to be a little more efficient. It's all about that. Okay, cool. On this note, let's go to the next one. I made my point to you, Krishna. Yep. Let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next one. Let's go a little deeper again, right? And then we will lighten it if required. Cool. Carry on. 2 minutes. Just a reflection time. Don't bother even if you're not able to solve, because I know that is less. I know it is less because these are at a different level. You create time to solve them. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's try this out. I increased the number of boxes, right? In the exam, the number of boxes were about 6, 7. I increased it to just 10. Round up figure I did. Round up figure I did. Nevertheless, let's quickly understand the concept behind it. That's it. What I did is I just rounded up to 10 boxes. Actually, in the exam, the number of boxes were 6 or 7. 7, I guess. 7. I just added another 3 boxes. I said that make it 10. Let us answer it, because the logic is the same. Hey, what happened there? There is a box 1. Box 2, I will put it to perspective, quickly understand, my friends, everybody. There is a box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, like this. I'm going up to box number 9 and box number 10. They all have equal number of marbles. Let's start with a variable. Every box had x initially. Every box has X, but that does not remain as it is initially because it's given equal number of marbles, which is an even number. Fine. You want, no sir, because he said even number, let us write it as 2x. It's okay, let's see it later. So it's good to write 2x. Technically it's good to write 2x, but nevertheless let's keep it and let's see if it is required. I can come back and push 2 for all these particular numbers. That's no big deal. Hey, what happened after first transaction? Well, there are transactions taking place. What's happening? From the first box, 1/4 of the marbles are taken and mixed those with the second box. Okay, so therefore this will now have 3x. This will now have 3x by 4. This is what you would have at the after putting it there, because you are giving x by 4 to the next one, and hence when you give x by 4, this fellow will now looks like have 5x by 4. What happened? I transferred x by 4 marbles, 1/4 of the marbles between these two folks. Fair enough. Okay, then what happened? I need to transfer between these two folks from here to there. All right, that's what I need to be doing. How much? 1/4 of it. If I do 1/4 of it, I will be doing 3/4 of this will be left. How much will be left? So what will, I'm just writing them, but technically these numbers will pop in your mind. 3/4 of 5x by 4. Hey, why you are writing 3/4? Because if you are giving 1/4, you will be left with 3/4, right? So naturally, so that's what I'm writing here. 3/4 of this, and hence you say that, hey man, this particular number is 15x by 4 square. All right, so let me write this together here. At the end of this has 15x by 4 square. Okay, how much box 3 has? Box 3 has x plus 1/4 of this particular number, 1/4 of 5x by 4. So technically, therefore, you would say that, hey, this particular one has 16 plus 5, 21x divided by, at this stage, this fellow would have 21x divided by 4 square. I didn't do anything to this x. At this particular x, I added 1/4 of 5x by 4. This is what I kind of added there. Fair enough. Okay, this is what has happened. Maybe in the exam, in the sense, say, what is the final position of box 1? This. What is the final position of box 2? This. What is the final position of box 3? Not yet arrived. It is still an intermediate position. Hey, why sir it is still an intermediate position? Because box 3, you are still transferring something into box 4. From box 3 to box 4, you are in the process of transferring something more. Hey, how much do you transfer? Of course, 3/4, 1/4 I will transfer. So therefore, box 4 would have x plus 1/4 of 21 by 4 square. Okay, that is nothing but 64 plus 21, which is 85. You say that this is 85x divided by 4 cube. Okay, what is that this particular one has now left with now? 21x by 21x by 3/4 of. You'll be left with this, and hence you are now left with 21 into 3, which is 63x divided by 4 cube. This is the final position of box 3. All right, now listen. 1 or 2, 3 numbers will give an idea. Man, this question is just about the denominator. It should be divisible by here. You come to the box 1 position. You know, look at this, where the initial part has started. Look at the box 2. Box 2 initial value. Box 2 will have this 5x by 4, which means box 2 is a function of 4 power 1. Look at box 3. Box 3 is a function of 4 square. Box 3 is a function of 4 square. And look at box number 4, initial position. Initial means before the distribution started. Box 4 is a function of 4 cube. Likewise, when I go to the box 9, I will have an odd number. Second thing I wanted to observe is what? Hey, I would have an odd number because I started with 1x here. 1 is an odd number. 5 is an odd number. 21 is an odd number. 85 is an odd number. Therefore, when you go to the box 9, you will have an odd number followed by x followed by 4 raised to power 9. Okay, did you get this point? This is what you will have initially in box number 9. Did you arrive at this bracket, or did I confuse you? Only initial. Focus on the initial. Leave all this. Focus before distribution, what happens? Before distribution, what happens? Focus on these boxes. Before distribution, it was 1x. Before distribution, it is 5x by 4. Before distribution, it is 21x by 4 square. Before distribution, the box 4 would have 85x divided by 4 cube. You will get a pattern. Of course, by these 3 numbers, you should have got the pattern. Nevertheless, because we are doing a study, I showed you, man, that some questions at the deeper level, you will have patterns coming up. Patterns coming up. So you will observe the pattern by the time you wrote 3 numbers, not more than 3 required. You write 3 numbers, you will get a pattern, and then extend that particular pattern. In the pattern, what are the things that you are noticing? You are noticing that this 1 is an odd number, coefficient 5 is an odd number, 21 is an odd number, 85 is an odd number. You are getting odd number times of x, and in the denominator you have 4 power 0, you have 4 power 1, 4 power 2, 4 power 3. Therefore, in the 9th box, you should be divisible by 4 power 9. Comfortable? Comfortable. The ninth box should be divisible by 4 power 9. Sorry, 4 power 8. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks, Krishna. Yeah. Cool. 4 power 8 is right. Comfortable. Everybody comfortable. The ninth box will have 4 power 8. Give a quick understanding at this stage. Because we are done. Problem is over. Why I am asking your understanding at this stage is technically problem is over. Technically problem is over. By the time I realize this, it's over. An odd number times of x divided by 4 power 8. The problem is over. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah. Now listen, everybody listen. Okay, now that at least 7-8 of you have said this, now listen what he said. He said that look, at the end, ninth box is at the end in the entire process. Only the ninth and the 10th boxes finally contain an odd number of marbles. Okay, that's important. Finally the ninth and 10th have an odd number of marbles left. What does it mean? Let me now come back to the ninth box. So therefore, ninth box, what happens? 3/4 of this odd number will be there. I'm just copying this odd number times of x by 4 raised to power 8. This is what will remain in the ninth box. Listen to me very carefully. In the ninth box, all right, you will see this. You will see this number, but what will remain? Remain means what? Hey, what happens from this number? From this number, 1/4 of this odd number times of x divided by 4 power 8 will be added to 10th box. This will be added to 10th box, right? Okay. Therefore, what will remain in the ninth box is this 3/4 of odd number times of x divided by 4 power 8 will be left in that particular box, which should become technically an odd number. Now, therefore, listen here. Therefore, what is it become? 3 into odd number into x divided by 4 power 9. This is what will be left in box number 9. This is what is left in box number 9. Therefore, the minimum value of x should be 4 power 9. The minimum value of x should be 4 power 9. I cancel this 4 power 9 with this 4 power 9. 3 into odd number is going to be an odd number. You may say that, sir, will this be an odd number? Yeah, surely. So why? Because you said that the x is nothing but 4 raised to power 9. Substitute it here. Odd number times of x. All right, x is nothing but what? X is nothing but 4 power 9 divided by 4 power 9. Why? 4 into 4 power 8 is 4 power 9 plus x. All right. So what is the value of x? Value of x is 4 power 9. 4 power 9 is an even number. 4 power 9 cancelled. 4 power 9 and an odd number. Overall, the output is odd number. Therefore, box 9 and box 10 are left with odd number of marbles. And hence he is saying that what is the minimum number of marble present in the box, in each of the box. Each box initially, each box had 4 raised to power 9. This is what was present in each of the boxes. Clear there? Clear? Yep. Oh, thanks, Priyanshi. Nice. Nice to hear that. Okay, this is clear. Hey, while explaining, it takes time. Don't panic. Once you understand that, okay, these are the kind of patterns I should take and do, once that gets into your head, you will not hesitate. You will put that. There is no magic solutions. Don't think that the people who sit in IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, IIM Kolkata, Lucknow, they will do something like this and it works. No, man, they'll sweat also. There are some questions which make you sweat, which will take you to that position. Don't think that, okay, I will do something on percentage, it will work out and I will be sitting in IIM Ahmedabad. What professor will do with that? There are certain teasing and challenging questions which we need to learn to address, because you go there and you are put under the challenge, right? So let's be mindful, and therefore I'm just exposing you to that. That's it. I'm exposing you, telling you what are certain things that you got to keep in mind. Had somebody notices this pattern skills, you will do that, because in business also you look at the patterns only. That's very important for them. Therefore, sequences, series, patterns are very, very important for management studies. All right, because we draw some patterns based on the business cycles. Okay, am I helping someone here? Or am I putting your mood off? What's happening? Based on your response, I will design tomorrow's lecture. Am I helping? Not helping. Not helping means, sir, not like this. We will do like before. Before means whatever we were doing before. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Let me lighten your mood a little bit. No. So think that we are doing too much. Let me lighten your mood a little bit. Do this. Because I've kept some questions. I know while we are doing such questions, I cannot go heavy all the time. So to lighten your mood, I have some questions also. I have mixed it. These kind of lectures should be mixed. Yeah, go ahead, answer this. 2.5 minutes. Try this out. Beautiful cat question. I changed some numbers here and there. Yeah. Answer options were there. I removed it. Okay. I will count another 10, 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Close it, friends. Close it. I will count for myself. 20 seconds. Close it. Because this is quite doable question. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There are apples. Number of apples should be more than number of bananas, which in turn should be more than number of guavas, right? This is the condition which is given. Maximum is 60. Together you can sell a maximum of 68, and there is an internal limitation that you cannot sell more than 25, less than 25. Each one of them should be less than or equal to 25. There is a limitation. You can't sell more than 25 fruits, right? He can sell 25 fruits, each of that particular variety, and then all this particular condition is given. Idea is, if you want to maximize his revenue, naturally try and sell all 68. Why you want to keep? Because upper limit, the government or somebody has put an upper limit. You can't sell more than 68 fruits. Fair enough. Then at least try and sell the entire 68 fruits. Why not? So that's what he does. But at the same time, a condition is given that the number of gavas sold, right? Gavas sold is a prime number. Okay, let me start with this 25. So that's the first thought that comes to your mind, right? So before you adjust anything, you start with this particular number as 25. So why 25? Because the highest price 10 rupees 10. So naturally you want to sell more of the goods which are at rupees 10, right? And then when I'm coming to a prime number, I know that, hey, 23 is a prime number, no doubt about it. So I can go up to 23 because 23 is a prime number. In that case, you can write 24 here, but the sum becomes 72. From where I get 72? Because if I'm write 23, is 23 a prime number? Because number of gavas should be a prime number. Fine. One number that comes to your mind immediately is what? 23. You write that particular number, but you realize that, man, I end up selling 72 fruits. Not possible. Okay, therefore this is not a solution. 23 is not a solution. Now naturally knock off 23. What is the next prime number? Lower it to 19. You say that 19 is the next prime number below 23, because 23 is the best I could have given. Once I miss 23, where is my next pit stop? Quickly you will say in your mind that the next pit stop is 19. So you add up 19 to this particular number, 4 reduced. Hey, is it now becoming 68? Yeah, it is becoming 68. 25, 24, 19. Now this turns out to be 68. Therefore you are sitting pretty. Calculate the prices and you You are done with it. So this into 10 you are doing it, that's 25 into 10 rupees. This is 10 rupees each. This is 5 rupees. This is 5 rupees each. And this is 6 rupees. Pretty simple question. All right, pretty average, simple, nice question to deal with. Okay, shall we go to the next one? This was a kind of a break in between. One concept I will do, then we will leave. One beautiful concept question. If you knew it, you will answer in 10 seconds after reading the question. Don't know it, then you will take some time to answer it. All good? Shall we go to the next one? I guess there should not be any doubt on this. We should be good to go to the next one. Yeah. Okay, Priyanshi, no worries. No worries. You got to read questions a little carefully. That's all right. That's all right. Happens. Yeah. There is always some margin for error. No worries. Cool. All right. Do this beautiful concept. So many times repeated in so many exams, CAT, ZAT, IIFT, whatever you name it. Even NMAT, whatever. So many times repeated. I'm hoping that you guys are aware of this concept. Yet I will give you 2 minutes. Answer options were there, no doubt. Shubhadeep, we will discuss that later. I will tell you. Just stay till the class gets over. I will tell you how you can reach out. We will discuss that offline, my friend. Let's not rob into this discussion time. That's a counseling time. What you are asking is a counseling. We will take that offline. How to reach offline, I will tell you. Wait till the lecture gets done. Okay, listen guys. All right, now this is on this lot of average questions are also built. Listen, everybody listen. It's one of the very, very popular concepts which you should know. Everybody should know because a lot of average questions are also built on this, right? Average questions are also built on this particular concept. Okay, therefore he's saying that the ratio of number of pencils X or Y had, each of them as a transaction remains the same. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Hang on, listen, everybody listen. Don't give me some numbers. Listen, everybody listen first. What you transfer is the excess that you have. Remember that whenever this, after every transaction, they're back to original. Assume that there are two characters X and Y. All right, there are two characters X and Y. Okay, now listen to this very, very carefully. I'm just throwing some numbers because I can do this with variables also, right? I can do this with variables also, but this is a very well-known concept which everybody should know. For example, this guy had 10 marbles and this guy had 7 marbles left, right? What is the first transaction? He gives some marbles here. Let us say that K marbles he gives. Therefore, now he would have 7 plus K. And this guy would have 7 minus K. This is what they would be. Then what happens? He returns some marbles. Let's assume that M marbles he returns. He returns M marbles. After returning these M marbles, so this fellow should become 10 again. This fellow is 10 minus K. This was 10 minus K here. This fellow should become 10 again. And this fellow should become 7 again. After returning M marbles out of this, hey, this is what they had. So he returned M marbles. He can't return M marbles. He should actually return K marbles only. What he took, He should give back. Only then he will have 10. Think about this situation very clearly. Very, very simple. So there were 10 here and there was 7 here. Right? So now K are transferred between them. So now at that point in time, this guy would have 7 plus K and this guy would have 10 minus K. It's very simple. If you now tell Y, how much you should return so that X will be restored to 10, which means X would have 10 back again. Simple. This fellow will say that I have to return K, man. That's it. Whatever I took, I have to return only, then that fellow will have 10 back again. It's as simple as that. Simple concept there. Hey, what is the meaning of this I'm trying to say? Therefore, this K is nothing but the difference between the numbers. You should give that extra that you have. It is as simple as that. Not only here, for any numbers, that should be the difference between the numbers, as simple as that. Okay, let's examine that. X and Y are there. He had 10. Initially, they have 10 and this guy has 7. How much I should transfer? Simple, man. How much more you have? 3 more you have, right? Please give that back. So what is the difference between 10 and 7? 3. I got the difference. Give that back. The moment you give that back, this fellow becomes 10 and this fellow becomes 7. Now what this fellow should do, I will tell that, hey, you give 3 back, man. You give that 3 back. Whatever you took, please give back that. So once you give back this number would become 10 and this number would become 7. Hey, is this true every time? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Let me take some other numbers, X and Y. Any number. Let's say that, hey, this is 23, man. Okay, this particular number is 18. This particular number is 18. Look at the gap. What is the gap here? 5 is the gap. Now what you should do? Simple. All right, give 5 here, man. You give 5 here. The moment you give 5 here, this fellow will become 23 and this fellow will become 18. Now, so now restore back. X should become the original number. Simple. This fellow will say that I will give 5 back to you. I will send 5 back to you. The moment I send 5 back, this becomes 23 and this number becomes 18. Very, very important concept when it comes to averages. Even the next level of questions on this are created based on averages. Whenever they say that after one transaction they are back to the normal or back to the original, remember it is the function of difference. Concept is clear. We will come to this question. Concept is clear. Difference is what needs to be transferred. Is that clear? Difference is what needs to be transferred. Only then after two similar transactions they will be back to original. Difference is what needs to be transferred. We can prove that. We can prove that using algebra. No big deal about it. We can prove that. But I wanted you to remember the difference is what needs to be transferred. One of the very powerful concepts. One of the very powerful concepts. Comfortable? Okay. All right. Now listen to me very carefully. Okay. Actually, this question came like this. Actually, this question came like this. All right. The question was, if X had all right, given that if X had 24 pencils more than Y, 24 pencils more than Y, then find the number of pencils X and Y together had. That was the question. What was the actual question? Not this was not the question. Okay, so not here. So here number of pencils X and Y after each such transaction remains same. Okay, instead of this last line, the question was, if X had 24 pencils more than Y, then tell the total number of pencils with X and Y. That was technically the question. Okay, now having understood the concept, first let's address this. What is the ratio of this? 60% is what is transferring, which means he had 60% more than the other fellow, right? Because first guy had 60% of his total marbles. He gave 60% to the other fellow. It is pretty simple, obvious that, hey, what do you mean by 60%? 60% is 3 by 5. I will now look at X and Y. I will look at the denominator. I say that if X had Y, Y had 2 because the difference has to be 3. He gives 60% of 5, which is my numerator. 3 numbers are going to be transferred, which means for every 5 pencils X had, Y had 2. Very simple. Therefore, I said that anybody, those who knew this concept, they will take 10 seconds to answer after reading the question. I'm not saying that without reading they will answer in 10 seconds. After reading the question, they get excited. They will say that such a nice question. 60% means 3 by 5. 3 by 5 means 5 is what X had. 3 is the difference between the two numbers. If the 3 has to be the difference, then Y had 2 at this point in time. Simple. That is what you could have got that particular ratio as. Ratio is 5:2. But that was not the actual question. Actual question is, if X had 24 pencils more than Y, then what were the total number of pencils with X and Y? Okay, if anybody understood this concept, why don't you answer this question? Take this 24. X had 24 pencils more than Y. What is the total number of pencils with X and Y? Quickly tell the number. 10 seconds it will take. 10 seconds it will take. Total number of pencils with X and Y. Total number of pencils with X and Y. Everything is right in front of you, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good. Very good. Absolutely. 56. Yeah, because already the data is right in front of you, right? Data is right in front of you. So therefore you don't have to redo the whole stuff. You know that difference. 3 is the difference. Therefore 3 corresponds to 24. 3 corresponds to 24 means scaling factor is 8. What is the total? Total is 5 plus 2, 7. 7 times of 8 because scaling factor is 8. 7 times of 8 which becomes 56 because data is already in front of you. Data is already in front of you. If this been the question, you would have done this as the answer because you will look at this percentage number. You will write this in your mind and then you will get this particular ratio. You know this is the scale. This is the scale. On this scale, you will go by the scaling. You want into 8 times, into 9 times, into 10 times. Do whatever that you feel like doing on that particular preposition. Okay, all right. Are you all learning something? Did I help you today? I guess took a lot of time. It's almost about 11:30. Almost about 11:30. Nice guys. All right, now thanks that already you guys have all waited till 11:30. That's pretty good. That shows that how much you are interested to learn. But did I help? You are interested to learn, but did I do the justice? That's the question I'm asking. Did I do the justice from my side? Yeah, because you are interested, that is evident because you are staying till 11:30 and witnessing the lecture. That itself shows that you are interested. I am not questioning that. I hope I helped enough, right? I at least helped a little bit, if not enough. Yeah. Cool, right. Okay, most of you say that I helped. That's good. Okay, shall we maintain the same momentum for the coming weeks? Shall we maintain the same proposition? A little bit of like we'll do some tedious questions and then we will put in a little bit of Dhanraj Yadav. Post that offline. Let's take the discussion offline, Dhanraj. Very interesting comment you made. How to reach offline, I will tell you. Come there. We will speak. Yeah. Okay. Sure. All right. We will do that. Super. Super. I got the feedback. Let me tell you all right now how we can do it tomorrow. Tomorrow we will do it a little differently. Let me quickly tell you. Let me tell you before I do that. Let me quickly make some announcement. Then I will tell you all right what we will do there. What we'll do there. Yeah, these are some of the new batches which are set to launch. That is from 10th of November. I think most of you are writing CAT 21, but if there are anybody preparing for CAT 22, all right, there seems to be some finest educators taking these particular courses. You can be a part of them. So some good educators are taking this, but anybody looking CAT 20 SNAP, all right, if you're looking at a particular course in SNAP, you can kind of look into this particular as well. Yeah, but this is from the subscription perspective. This comes from the subscription perspective. In the plus, solid plus is one of the kind of subscription. You have two types of subscriptions, as you know. Plus is one of them and iconic subscription is another of them. These are the two types. On the plus, you have multiple subscriptions, not only 6, 12, 18, 24. You have 3 months, 6 months, 4 months, all that stuff. All right, those kind of them. Plus gives you the interface to learn in a structured manner. You will have the courses on level 1, you will have the courses on level 2. Same arithmetic you can do level 1, there will be level 2, there will be level 3. We'll be taking a different level to help different educators, right? Yeah, that's one side. And along with that, okay, but I prefer, right, in case you are looking at CAT 22, etc., go for the iconic subscription because it allows you, if you are taking a 6 months of iconic, 25 one-to-one interactions you have with one of your educators of your choice, all right, with respect to anything. What do I have, what do I do in those 1-to-1 or 25 1-to-1 in that 6 months time? So you can talk about your test preparation strategy or the testing exam strategy. You can discuss your mock analysis. Mock analysis means, say, this is my Excel, these are the data is looking at, so do you suggest something on that? Or it can be answers to some of the mundane questions asked in B schools, right? You can that can be one of them. And whatever it does, already application form filling, you can sit already here in the 1 year you get 50 1-to-1, here you get 100 1-to-1, things like that, right? Go for little 1-to-1s as well, because I suggest that would naturally help. Okay, if you have liked the lecture, probably this is the time. Before you leave, all of you put that like button or press that like, and then can leave this particular lecture before you leave. Tomorrow we will meet on the special class, that is special classes on the Unacademy app, right? On the special class we are running a series on algebra, right? We are doing algebra. We will do that is tomorrow, that is 10th, or tomorrow is 10th November. Again we will continue arithmetic on this particular platform on 11th 11th November, right? 11th November, we will continue arithmetic, but 10th November, tomorrow, we will do algebra because we dedicated this special class, which is on the Unacademy app for algebra. We will do that, right? And preferably, we will be doing this around 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., which I will quickly post it now. I will just like look at my calendar and I will post it. So keep it somewhere between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. when we'll be doing it tomorrow. That's for the algebra. Fair enough. That is pretty much about it. Yeah, a couple of you guys have pinged me there. You wanted already now something to understand. So you can hop on to this particular Telegram channel. I will guide you from there. Please come on to this particular Telegram channel rather than having these counselings out here. Come out here on this particular Telegram channel. From there, you can do me direct message me if you don't want to do it in the group. From there, we can take that further. All right. Yeah. Arpan, algebra where? Algebra on the special class, that is Unacademy app. Unacademy app. Okay, come on to this particular Telegram channel, somebody will guide you. Yeah. Sure, Ashutosh. Okay, Ashutosh, point noted, taken. Yeah, it is 4 or 5. I will confirm that. Okay, I will confirm that. Tonight itself, I will confirm. You can just go there and then I will put it out there. Cool? All right, yeah. Shall we take leave? It's pretty much time, guys. 11:30. Shall we take leave? Good night to all of you. I will see you guys tomorrow evening at about 4-ish, right? That's when I'll see you, around 4 or 5 in the evening. All right. Bye till then. Keep preparing. Maintain good health. God bless you. God bless all your good work that you are doing. My best wishes go with you. Good night.